up, Kazaha? Hey, what's up, Kazaha? Wiki wiki. What's up, Kazaha? What's up, guys? My name is Rachel. If this is your first time checking out my channel, hello, welcome. Today's video, how to relieve cracked nipples. Let me tell you, I went through it for the past week, and it was very intense. There's only 4 pains in my lifetime that I can remember off the top of on the top of my head that has really, you know, it gave me a memorable experience. My C-section, the healing of that was a nightmare. Number 2, I had a really bad tooth infection. It spread. Half my face was swollen. That was number 2. Number 3, my contractions. I actually had a condition. I forget what it's called, but my contractions didn't end. My body never got a break. So I actually had more intense contractions than most because I didn't have that little break in between. And number 4, nipple pain. I've been breastfeeding my daughter for a little over a year now. She's a year and a month to be exact. It wasn't until now, actually like maybe 2 weeks ago, where she started really teething, and every now and then she'd go ahead and give my little nipple a bite, and out of reflexes I'm like, no, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. And you know, usually we're good about that, and she hasn't really done it in a while. I'm thinking though, in the middle of the night she must have got around to doing it. I get around 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night, if that, sometimes like 3 hours to be quite honest. And because I'm so exhausted, I don't focus on anything around me aside from like, let me get her off the boob really quick so I can go back to sleep. That's usually where my mind's at. So with that being said, ew, do you hear him burping? What? Ew. He's over here burping on camera. So with that being said, I do nurse in the middle of the night, and I don't really get that much sleep. So sometimes she'll probably like get away with a bite or 2 because my mind's not focused on the pain. I'm focused on trying to go back to sleep, quick, fast, in a hurry. And one random morning, I look at my nipple, I see that it's starting to crack. I don't feel pain though, so it's very random and kind of came out of nowhere. The following day, she latched on. Initially, I had a migraine from her latching on. I looked at my nip. I see that a chunk of it is off, okay? It is destroyed. It is swollen. So the rest of the day, I didn't let her nurse on this breast. I let her nurse on the other one, and I gave her more food. It was really rough. I was engorged. On top of being engorged, I had really bad nipple pain, so I took a L that day. It was very, very painful. I couldn't find my breast pump as well, so that made it even better because I couldn't get the milk out. I eventually put her on to relieve myself of the engorgement. The pain was so excruciating. So excruciating. I couldn't wear bras. I'm actually wearing a sports bra right now because I went maybe like almost a week without wearing a bra. I literally just, I did not wear a bra. I didn't care if my nips showed through t-shirts. I could not physically put anything on. To touch it was painful. When I was in the shower, water would hit it. It was excruciating. I mean, it was bad. It was one of the worst pains I've experienced. So like I said, I was trying my hardest not to really put her on the breast, but I really wanted to have it heal. And I felt like it wouldn't heal for some reason. It was so bad. Like the cut on my boob, the crack, the soreness, it was so bad that I really felt like it would never heal. But it did in maybe about like 4 or 5 days. So I wanted to share my tips with you on how I relieved myself from nipple pain. Okay, girly, can you walk, girlie? Oh, mama. There we go. She just started walking, so she's feeling brand new. You guys see her? You walking? Tip number 1. Try your hardest not to put your baby on the breast that is cracked. Put her on the other one, or put him on the other one. And if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm engorged, I have to let it out, try to pump if you have a pump. But try your hardest not to let your baby be on that breast because you really don't want that pain to, you know, come back when they latch on. Tip number 2, do not wear bras. I know it's tough, but don't wear bras. Right now I'm actually wearing a sports bra because it's not like a real bra, I should say, but try not to wear bras. I know it sucks, especially if you want to wear one in public, but just try your hardest not to wear it, at least at home. Tip number 3, air it out. I would come upstairs by myself, and sit braless, topless, and just let it air out. Let it air out, okay? Just like let it breathe, let that air hit it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Tip number 4, after your baby is done nursing on the cracked nipple, put shh. What's wrong with you? We got one screaming loud, this one whining. Oh my gosh, you're so loud. It's actually Halloween, so Troy had, I don't know, how many pieces of candy? Like 3 pieces of candy, and I think he overdid it because after that candy, man, he has been on something else. But anyways, like I was saying, I don't even know what number I left off at because I kind of got thrown off. But the next tip, I'll just say, the next tip is to put a salt water solution on your nipple after your baby is done nursing. So warm a cup of water and put some salt in it, mix it up, take a little cotton swab, toilet tissue, something, and dab it on your nipple to make sure no infection comes about. So do that after your baby's done breastfeeding, and then air it out like this. Just leave it be. And then the next tip is to put on a nipple cream if you can. I didn't put on a nipple cream, I just did the saltwater solution and all the tips that I shared with you before, and I healed myself within like 5 days. So probably the nipple cream will help speed up the process. It's called lanolin, I think it's called, and so I heard that works really well. All those tips should help relieve your nipple, but what I found to really be the best one for me is try your hardest not to let your baby be on it, and then airing it out and dabbing the saltwater solution. So those are my tips for you. Hang in there. It's definitely a painful experience to go through, and you know it sucks when, oh my gosh, what are these, what's going on? What's going on? It sucks when your baby relies on you for food, and you know you're going through it and you're like, no, I don't want you to be on it, you know what I mean? Try your baby on the bottle if they're really young. For me, I used the sippy cup for her, and you know, so that was kind of like a supplement, but even so, she just likes the breast for comfort, which I'm trying to wean her off right now, to be honest. I go on a cruise in December, so I leave for 7 whole days. I thought about taking her with me, but she's almost $2,000 to add on, so yeah. Had I known she would still be fully breastfed, I would have just taken both my kids, but I planned this cruise when I was still pregnant with her, and I was like, oh well, this will be a nice little break for my husband and I you know, by then she'll be fine, she won't be on the boob. Wrong. Anyways guys, those were my tips for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. My kids are super restless, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of the camera, but let me know if this has helped you, or if you've been in the same situation. Anything you want to know, let me know down below in the comments. Okay, bye guys.